It's week 4 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge, and I am unstoppable. Welcome back to my channel. I am unstoppable. It's week 4 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge, and this is part 2 of my video where I'm talking about my nutritional strategy. So in this video, I'm going to take you into my kitchen and I'm going to show you some of my meal prep and all of the food that I eat. It's going to be a day of eating video where I'm going to show you every single piece of food that I'm consuming throughout the day to ensure my success. So the two things that I talked about in the previous video that I thought was really important was choosing the correct foods. And in my strategy, I'm eating highly nutritious foods. I'm trying to eat foods that are not processed, and also I'm trying to eat foods that I enjoy. I don't see any need of eating a food group or something that you truly don't like if you don't have to. There's plenty of great foods out there. I pick the ones that I like and the ones that are best for my body and the ones that I digest the best as well. And number 2 is preparedness. I make sure that I leave no room for error. Every single meal that I'm eating throughout the course of the day is pre-planned and pre-portioned, and I make sure that there's no availability to eat any snacks or anything throughout the day. So let's go to the kitchen and I can show you how I meal prep. Okay guys, so it's Sunday, February 24th, and this is a typical meal prep afternoon for me. It's something that I do twice a week. Sunday I usually can get most of my meals done for the week, and I consider myself a meal prep ninja. So I just wanted to go through some of what's going on here. So one of the biggest things I use every day is a Instapot, or this is the crock pot version of a pressure cooker. So right now I'm doing 4 pounds of chicken thighs in there. And what I do to season that is I just throw in some hot sauce or a half a bottle of any low sugar marinade. And that cooks in about 15 to 20 minutes. So that takes care of that for my protein source for the week, for my lunches. Right now I've already done some rice, so that's some jasmine rice. We got about a half a cup of rice in each one of those. I also utilize this bad boy. I just got this last week, so that's an air fryer. So for dinners and for other meal prep, a lot of times we've been using that. So that really cuts down on cooking time, makes this entire process easier. There's some definitely essential things that you need for good meal prep. Like I said, we've got our tools here. Another thing is a food scale. So literally everything that goes into my mouth is weighed and accounted for to meet all my macronutrient needs, which is great. Good meal prep containers are really, really important as well. I got these off of Amazon. I could probably leave a link in the description box below because they were really inexpensive, but I've had these now for a few months and they're holding up really well. I also like to utilize frozen vegetables. So there's a few things with meal prep is that I'm super cheap and I like to get things done really efficiently. So I like to use these frozen vegetables. They're $1 a bag. These are non-GMO green beans. This mix is fantastic. This is a broccoli, carrots, and sugar snap peas with water chestnuts. All meets my macronutrient needs for the day. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what all these containers are going to have in them with the full meal prep. Okay guys, meal prep is complete. So what we have here are meals of chicken thighs. We have smaller meals where it's 8 ounces of chicken thighs with a 1/4 cup of rice, and this is all dry weights. So these are utilized on my workout days, and I'll show you the exact meals in just a second. This is a little bit of a larger meal when it comes to the protein. This is actually 12 ounces of the chicken thighs shredded and a half a bag of those green beans. So what we're going to do now is go through each individual meal through the day and cover every single thing that I eat. All right, so this is meal 1 of the day. This is usually consumed between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. every single morning following my DDPY workout for the day. So it usually consists of 3 eggs, 14 grams of walnuts, and egg whites. So depending on if it's a workout day where I'm working out in the gym or a non-workout day. If it's a workout day, I'll consume 110 grams of egg whites and the oatmeal. If it's a non-workout day, I'll consume 220 grams of the egg whites and those 2 mandarin oranges. I also start the morning off with a cup of coffee in my favorite mug, which is pretty awesome. Got a picture of The Rock on it, and Arnold, and my man Tony Robbins. Okay, so as for seasonings, I eat chicken and rice almost for every meal. And people complain all the time how, healthy, clean foods can be boring. So this is pretty much what I utilize. You can make chicken and rice taste awesome, and you can make it taste different every single day if you have the right tools. So I have a lot of condiments here. They're all very low calorie condiments that I use on a daily basis. We'll go through the mustards first. There's just some mustard here. Mustard, again, very low calorie, lots of flavor. You can make things taste really, really good. Occasionally we'll use some salsa. I'm not the biggest fan of salsa, but it'll do the trick if necessary. And then this is the key right here. My lady thinks that I have a hot sauce problem, and I definitely do. So these are all the different hot sauces that I use. Again, all very, very low calorie. They really, really make our food taste wonderful. This is the king of them all. Frank's Red Hot. I literally do put that shit on everything. But these are some of the ways that we spice up chicken and rice from week to week. It makes it taste great. Oh, the other thing here was, I just found this in the store. It's pretty awesome. It's a liquid stevia. So instead of using the powdered stevia, I've been using that on anything that I need sweet. And believe it or not, a little bit of the stevia and some mustard makes a really good kind of honey mustardish flavor tasting thing. Not bad. Okay, what we're looking at here is a midday meal, typically consumed pre-workout on a workout day, or somewhere around 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock if it's a non-workout day. Always have baby carrots every single day. I think they're highly nutritious. They taste great. They actually fill my stomach up. Always eating mandarin oranges as well. That's one serving, which is 2 small mandarin oranges. On a workout day, I'll have one of these, and I love these. This is actually a Kirkland protein bar. It's their version of a Quest bar. I think it tastes 1,000 times better than any Quest bar. Right around the same nutrition, 15 grams of fiber, so that's really great. On a non-workout day, where I'm not consuming any direct carbs, I'm just going to do 2 scoops of my whey protein powder mixed in either almond milk or water. If I need to get it down really quick, I just mix it with water. Okay, this is my intra-workout shake. I consume this every day that I'm working out in the gym, and this is consumed while I'm actually lifting. I do 1.5 scoops of whey protein. Right now I'm using combat protein powder purchased at Costco. Pretty tasty, very, very cost efficient. In the orange container is actually Gatorade powder. I use 1 serving of Gatorade powder mixed with the whey protein, and also 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. And I mix that all with 20 ounces of water in a shaker cup. Drink that during my entire workout. Okay, so this is a typical training day meal. This is consumed about a half hour after coming home from the gym. Now, my lady and I like to cook a dinner together every evening and eat together. So this is the only meal of the day that I consider to be a little bit flexible. I'll utilize different protein sources and different carb sources depending on the day. But today what we have is about 8 ounces of lean ground beef. That's 93.7 beef, 180 grams of white potato, a half a bag of steamed vegetables. And also, with every single meal, I always consume a very large salad with olive oil and balsamic vinegar. So this is a little bit flexible. Occasionally what we'll do is for the beef sources, instead of beef, we'll use different proteins like chicken, tilapia. Once a week, I always eat salmon. So depending on the fat content of that protein, we have to adjust the sources to meet our macros of how much olive oil we're using on the salad, and also how much peanut butter I use in my bedtime snack, which is that casein and peanut butter sludge. Now also for carbohydrate sources, I vary that from white potato to sweet potato to white rice, and occasionally that's about all that I use. I don't use any pastas or any gluten containing carbohydrate sources. So if this is a non-training day, or a day where I'm not training in the gym but I'm still just performing yoga, The meal varies a little bit. I don't have any direct sources of carbs on those days, with the exception of fibrous carbs from vegetables. So that salad will be double the size. I'll eat around the same amount of the vegetable. The protein source will be 1.5 the size. So in that case, those are 4-ounce patties. I would have a third patty. And if that was chicken, it would be 12 ounces. If tilapia, 12 ounces. Salmon, 12 ounces. And again, what we'd have to do is also alter the amount of olive oil and peanut butter consumed in this meal and the next meal to make sure I meet the macros for the day. All right, this is the typical last meal of the day. The serving size depends, again, if I'm worked out that day or not. So I use casein protein. I usually use between 1 and 2 scoops of protein powder. I'll mix that with a small amount of almond milk and 1 serving of natural peanut butter. And I make that into like a little pudding. So you just add enough water or enough almond milk to make a pudding-like consistency. I put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes before I go to bed. Scarf that down before I sleep. The reason we use casein protein powder is it's a much slower digesting protein. Mixed with the fats even slows the digestion even a little bit slower, so that it really helps with the anabolic process while we're sleeping at night. Thank you again for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, I.AM.UNSTOPPABLE, and please leave a comment in the comment box below. I'd love to hear what your nutritional strategies are. What are some of the things that you're doing to ensure your success over the next 16 weeks of this challenge? Now, be sure to keep an eye out for my next series of videos where I'm going to be covering Chapter 2 of the book, Positively Unstoppable by Diamond Dallas Page. So, I hope everybody's still doing well, but remember, beat me if you can, outwork me if I let you.